What's up, everybody? My name is Peter. I run a coaching company where we help people with the limited beliefs that lead to self-sabotage, anxiety, depression. We help people overcome traumatic memories and events, and I make these videos so that I can teach people on the internet everything that I teach to my clients. And I just wanted to talk about how we kind of treat life like it's something to conquer. We treat it like it's something to control. The only way to win is to dominate every obstacle, micromanage every little moment. That was me for a really, really long time. My routine was wake up early, hyper-focus, hustle like my worth depended on it, because I kind of thought it did. Constantly chasing some future where I could finally exhale and say, I did it. It's exhausting. And honestly, I think it's a bit of a broken strategy that disguises itself as discipline. Everybody would always look at me and say, wow, you are so disciplined. And I was like, wow, I'm so not enough. And it was this race trying to force myself to be what I thought I was supposed to be. And recently I stumbled upon this quote by Alan Watts. The only way to make sense out of change is to plunge into it, move with it, join with the dance. What if life was a dance, not a battle or a checklist or a competition? What if it was a dance? What if you didn't have to conquer life? What if there were no shoulds? I should do this, I should do this. What if there were no cultural or familial expectations? What if life wasn't something to defeat, but it was actually something to join with, to flow with? Maybe your deepest peace doesn't come from controlling, but from trusting. I don't think I trust life to give me the best outcome unless I control it. I want to drill this into my own head. It's about trusting life, not controlling life. I don't think I trust life to give me the best outcome yet. I think I feel like I need to control life in order to get the outcomes that I want. So that's the goal, is to be able to react differently towards life. Treat life like it was a friend that was on the journey with you instead of something that was kind of against you. I like to use the phrase, and I've used this for a long time, like, what if life was biased in my favor? What if the universe was biased in my favor? Most of us grew up equating uncertainty with danger. The amygdala, which is your brain's internal alarm system, is literally wired to treat any unknown as a potential threat. But here's the problem. We're not running from tigers anymore. Our lives have evolved a lot. The world has changed. And so now, instead of running away from tigers, we're running away from unanswered emails. We're running away from delayed timelines, awkward conversations, dating. And now if you don't override that wiring with conscious trust, you're going to spend your whole life treating change as a danger instead of as a possibility, as an opportunity. There's a quote that says, muddy water is best cleared by leaving it alone. Stop shaking up the jar. But most of us never learned how to leave the water alone. We were taught to stir the heck out of it, to fix, to hustle, to solve. We say, I'm just being realistic. But what we really mean is, I'm scared. And I'm trying to preempt the disappointment by expecting the worst. And it's not even realism. It's just our own emotional armor. And it's not protecting you. It's disconnecting you from creativity, from your intuition, from the flow. I want you to picture yourself like a wave in the ocean. You are the wave, and the ocean is life. You're not separate. You're a part of it. There was a quote that I really liked that says, you are a function of what the whole universe is doing, in the same way that a wave is a function of the ocean. You're not some outsider trying to win. You are life. You are life in motion. The same force that grows forests, that moves tides, that births galaxies, also animates you. And yet we think that we're supposed to whiteboard our existence like a business strategy. And I think that's what makes us all anxious. I'm trying to do that right now. Gosh, I'm not going to criticize a wave if it's too small. Maybe surfers do. I think I do look at my life like it was a business strategy. And it is really hard not to feel anxious when the business strategy that is life isn't going according to plan. And I think there's a kind of arrogance hidden inside of that anxiety of mine. Dang it. To say, I've got this belief. I think a lot of us believe that unless we manage every variable, then life can't unfold well. It's like we all have this addiction to control dressed up as responsibility. A 2010 Harvard study found that mind wandering, especially when we're resisting or regretting the present, is a key indicator of unhappiness. The simple act of trying to escape what's happening right now makes us more miserable. But when you can surrender to presence, like if you can be in the present moment, even if that moment is hard, your brain shifts from threat mode to curiosity. Cortisol, which is the fear hormone, goes down. Creativity goes up. This is why I don't think surrender is weakness. Life doesn't follow your plans. It follows your patterns. And if your pattern is tight control, then life is going to keep throwing you curveballs until you learn how to loosen your grip and learn to let go. You don't need to overthink your identity or obsess over your 5-year plan. You should have a plan, but your job isn't necessarily to control every element of the future. It's to respond to the moment in front of you with trust and precision. This is like I said in the video that I just posted a couple weeks ago. I'll link it up here on the top thing. I was talking about how you need to set your intention to get in a certain direction and stop worrying about the how. This is the same idea. I want you to have something in mind as to where you want to go, somewhere where you'd like to end up, and then be in the present. Let go of the performance mindset. Let go of the idea that peace is a reward that you earn after enough grinding. Letting go of control doesn't mean giving up your ambition. It means giving up your attachment to the outcome. Because here's the truth. When you grip too tightly, you actually repel opportunities. You repel peace. You repel people. You repel the connections and the networking. You repel all of it. When you hold on to things too tightly, you push things away. But when you relax and you move with trust, suddenly the right people show up. The next step becomes obvious. Coincidences start lining up. And the idea that the world is biased in your favor, that life is biased in your favor, can actually start gifting you with what's to come. A lot of people have been through really, really hard things. We could call them traumas in their life. And because they've been through hard traumas, they're like, I can't trust life. There's no way I could trust life. Maybe they had a rough relationship with parents or something along those lines. Yeah, that would be really scary to try to trust life after you feel like life gave you a really hard hand. But we don't want the brain to believe that that's all that's coming and that's all to come, because you're going to stay in this survival mode all the time, trying to earn worth and value. And I think that one of the best things that you can do is let go, surrender, and be present. I'm here rushing around trying to achieve something bigger than myself. I literally said that to my wife yesterday, but I want to connect to the idea that maybe I'm not broken. You're not behind. I would say stop trying to make everything make sense. Stop over-identifying with outcomes and start flowing, start trusting, start acting like you're loved by life, because you are. Not because you had to earn love, but because you're a wave. Waves don't have to try to be part of the ocean. They already are part of the ocean. You don't have to try to fit in with life. You already do. I have clients, multiple actually, that have really genuinely felt like this life just isn't for me. And that's a dangerous, scary thought. If you feel like this world rejects you, if you feel like you're separate from this world and everybody in it, that's a lonely place to be. And I want you to know that that's not where you're supposed to be. That's not where you're meant to be. You are a part of this world. It's like, oh, well, maybe you were meant to be born on another planet. I don't care. You're here now. You might as well make the most of it. So let me leave you with this. You don't need to grip and control your way to success. You don't need to brace yourself for every unknown. You just need to trust the current. You could say it out loud. Say, I don't need to control this anymore. Not because I don't care, but because I'm learning that the current knows more than I do. You're not falling behind. You're falling into place. So breathe. This life isn't punishment. Anyway, points being, I think that we really try to control life. We try to control the variables around us, and we feel like that's the only way to be responsible. And the truth is, being responsible for yourself really just means be present in the moment, heal, take care of yourself, love those around you, and stop trying to force everything to, it doesn't need to be transactional. I don't know if that makes sense, but I feel like a lot of people, because they think that the most responsible thing to do is to stress about every second of every day, make sure that they control every variable because that's their plan and that's what they're doing, it turns a lot of relationships into transactions. And I think that just leads to a lot of unhappiness. The more transactional relationships become to you, the more stressed you're going to be. I love networking, but I go to networking things with the intention of, how do I bless this person? How can I be of service? How can I help you? My dad has a big sign in his office that I really, really like, and it says, I love you. How can I serve you? And if we go forward with that kind of intention, then that kind of blessing is going to come back to us. People are going to want to love us and serve us. But if we treat somebody like a transaction, they're also going to treat us like a transaction.